say it 5 times real fast. I'm going to move to your lab final review sheet. I'm going to move over to parasitic protozoans. It's your third sheet, about 1/4 of the way from the bottom. I'm going to start showing you some of these. First, when we're talking about parasitic protozoans, remember they have the cyst, that's the resting ball form, and a ball is a ball is a ball is a ball. But then they have the moving feeding form called the tropozoa. You often identify them by the moving form called the tropozoa. Also need to learn the relevant type of disease hints to them. There are 4 types of parasitic protozoans. And I mixed up the old terminology about how to move with the new, because they're both out there, both out here. With the new way, which is the ribosomal RNA sequencing. First, sarcopenia, what does that mean? Amoeba. They move by pseudopods. Part of the organism oozes into the pseudopod, and the rest of the organism oozes in and follows. We're not talking about the short ones I'm talking about. We're talking about classic amoeba. Okay? Then we have only one example for the ones with tiny little hairs on that are for motility called cilia, the ciliates. The only example for ciliates is Balantium coli. Here's a tripping stone. I always try to watch out. Some people are helped out the next time. Yes?
So is it Balantidium or Balantium?
Balantidium. Okay. Alright, as long as you get close, you're okay. He's a big ball. He has a bar, or like a bent bar in the center. A lot of people mistake him for a worm egg. He's not a worm egg. He's a ciliate parasitic protozoa. Bigger group for us to go over are the mastigophora. Mastigophora means they're a flagella. Flagella are longer for motility. And for instance, trypanosoma has flagella, long flagella organs. Last group has the canover. It opens up your cells to go in with its canover called the apex complex. That's why that group is called apicomplexes. Apicomplexes. Happy to go over something? This in the background, I'll give you a hard time when we slow down. You do this, we want to speed up, okay? Alright? So, we're going to go to the DPDX site, and yes, you do have pictures from this lab for many of these on PAL. As I say, this girl over here, she had all the pictures from PAL printed out from Walgreens. They were great. Look, there's some of the ones here. I'm going to show you these ones. Amoeba. It's a ciliate. Ciliate. It's the only ciliate we have. One ciliate we have. Now, amoeba is going to be hard to find in tissue because it's an amoeba and it squishes through everything. You might see some of the cysts in the brains of people that are infected with malaria, but you have to be able to recognize that too. So you probably need to go buy more hint on the card, unless you have the needs and experienced eye, which is said on some of those. What's the hint? The hints will be this. I was just getting into it. Okay. If you have the Glaria fowleri, the Glaria is in all these ponds. We have unfortunately lost some of our people to this in Florida. Goes in through the nose, heads for the what? Brain, and often kills. Yes, there's an example right here, and other children. We lost more than a few. More than a few. Usually the person dies. Sometimes, if you're lucky, they live. Okay? Now, a cantilever was that person that had contact lenses in the movie. Yes, to a certain degree it goes to the brain, but that's not what I'm focusing on. He had contact lenses. He lost what? Vision. Cantilever goes for the eye. Now, it's also the girl. I didn't show you that one. It's another movie with a girl that had a cantilever infection. They appeared in her. Entamoeba is intestinal and it's diarrhea. It's intestinal and it's diarrhea. He's so big he can swallow red blood cells. He is so big he can swallow red blood cells. What? Entamoeba. E-N-T and then amoeba. Entamoeba. Entamoeba. That's it for the amoebas. Okay? Let's go for Balantium now. Now these are the ones you really need to know the slides of. some of them, I'm not saying all of them. There's Balantium coli right there. Balantidium. I'm sort of shortening it up. Balantidium. He is a dysentery. He is diarrhea. This is a phase scope picture where you can actually see the cilia. You have to have this. This is a stained slide that we have here. You see a ball of the bar. Balantidium coli. Diarrhea. Parasitic protozoa. The only ciliate we have to know. The only ciliate is only one ciliate. Okay. Now I'm going to move to the next one. I'm going to move to the mastodophora. I'm going to do first the trypanosoma. Trypanosoma. You do need to know this. Trypanosoma crucii, you do it up to the top. African sleeping sickness. Don't worry about the rest. Just forget that. Trypanosoma crucii, African sleeping sickness, carried by the vector of the Pt.5. Now, the one that's closer to home, or where you geographically live, literally, physically, is trypanosoma. Go ahead.
Know what to spell TC?
That's not Chagas disease, that's African sleeping sickness. That's an African sleeping sickness. TC. They even spell it, something like that. Now, this is African sleeping sickness. Trypanosoma cruzi. Trypanosoma cruzi. Different geographical area, different disease, different vector. Okay? What's the vector? Think about when you sleep tonight. Kissing bug. That's right. It is a type of cockroach too. Yes. We don't have them right here right now. We don't want them. Okay? Because they could carry Chagas disease. That would not be good. That would not be good. But as you know, the fire ants did what? The fire ants used to be south. What do? They kept moving north. They could go as far, they go pretty much far north. Trypanosoma cruzi, kissing bug is your vector, which is a type of cockroach. Chagas disease, yes.
You said trypanosoma crucii? The B?
Crucii.
No, I'm talking about the African sleeping disease with the tsetse fly. It's
Right there. Crucii.
crucii. That's the African sleeping disease with the tsetse fly.
Yes. Okay. It was right, so we're trying to help everybody. And crucii, Chagas disease. Oh, yes.
How do you spell Chagas disease?
Huh? Review sheet. It's on the review sheet.
Okay.
Yes. Chagas. Chagas disease. Chagas disease. Yes. The thing about Chagas disease is the first time you get it, yes, you can cure it, but it can go latent. When it comes out later, it can come out much more severe and it can actually kill it. Now, since we're going to go over the trypanosomas, you need to be able to recognize them on the slide. Trypanosomas look like a thin ribbon between the red blood cells with flagella on each end. Thin, sort of folded, twisty ribbon with flagella on each end. And they're all going to look the same. They're all going to look like a ribbon. They're all going to look the same. So when you look for trypanosoma cruzi, like this. You won't have a magnification this big. And to be truthful, our trypanosoma slides, our parasitic protozoan appears to be longer as a ribbon. Longer. Ours tend to be much longer. But he's still between the what? Red blood cells. Now, he's the only organism we have that presents himself that way in this laboratory. Nothing else looks like this. Right? So no, it looks like a ribbon between red blood cells. No, the two different geographical areas with the two different vectors with the two different diseases and the organisms in it. All right, let's go to the next one. Leishmania, you don't have to worry about so much. I'm probably not going to ask you about that. The next one I'm going to ask you about is trichomonas. Technically, trichomonas vaginalis. is it called Trichomonas vaginalis? What does it affect?
The vagina.
The vagina. It is a what type of, how is it transmitted? Sexually transmitted disease. The genders are different in how they present their symptoms. One gender has no symptoms. One gender has a sneaky funky exudate. Who has the funky exudate?
Women.
Women. Who does not have symptoms?
Men.
Men. These appear like hairs, or some people said like raindrops or tears, and they have flagella on one end. Ours would tend to be a little bit more rounded and more clumped, but you're going to have something down there on the card, like sexually transmitted. Something else. Okay, this is called what? Trichomonas. Say trichomonas. Trichomonas.
That's the one that got 5 flagellas?
They actually have about 4, okay, but they can't count 4. You can't count them, they're too small.
Okay, that's what I was saying.
Okay, I'm not going to ask you to count the flagella.
Do we have to know,
You have to know they do have flagella.
do what to know is Trichomonas vaginalis, the scientific name?
I would like vaginalis, but you know the way I grade these? I go through everybody's number 1, everybody's number 2, everybody's number 3. And I'm not going to try to trip you while you're trying to graduate to get out of this class. I'm going to do everything I can to help you. At the same time, with everything I've done, and I hate to say this, if you have a 69.09 with all the curves and the points and everything, I have to draw a line in the sand somewhere. But I know you can do it. I know y'all are going to make it all the way through. All the way through. I wasn't trying to say, yes, you'll know next time you may have to know this, compliment. Okay, the next one's fun. What if he's looking back at you? Who was that? Giardia, or Giardia. Then there are eyeballs. Please don't tell me they're eyeballs. They are equally sized nuclei. What type of disease does he give you? Diarrhea. Diarrhea. Here's your diarrhea. He can be with your cat. He can be in your dog. So go out and drink the water in the streams, maybe, or like a pond or something. He's also endemic in bears out west. So you can't drink that beautiful, pure, clean water. Well, you should, but if you're not of thirst, I guess I would. And here we go, Giardia. This one's really funny. Yes, it has the 2 eyeballs looking at you. He has extra. He's got a nose and a mouth. But you probably won't see that. You can probably see the eyeballs. Too small to see, and there are multiple ones of the flagella right here. Flagella right here. That's Giardia. Okay, ready for the apicomplexans? 2. Okay, hang in there. You can slow me down. You can ask me to go over something. You can ask me to go over something different if you think you know this and you want something else covered. Because I'm not sure I can cover absolutely everything. I can cover everything. We're almost there. We're almost there?
Yeah, we're almost there. Good job.
I'm not trying to rush. Apicomplexans, 2 of them. 2 of them I'm asking you to know. Plasmodium. Plasmodium is carried by the vector, but I want you to know is the Anopheles mosquito. Anopheles mosquito. Yes, I have to spell another word because another class asked that too. So it's okay, I have to spell stuff. And I'll let you have a break though, in case I get a letter wrong once in a while. Anopheles mosquito. This parasite has a life cycle in your body. During part of that time, he's inside your red blood cells. Inside your red blood cells. He will present himself in 1 of 4 ways. And I'm going to show these. The ones that we tend to see on our slides are either the red blood cells completely filled up, completely packed, or a big fat band. Right now for you. Get to the T's. So I'm not going to go for the ones we don't tend to see as much. This is plasmodium. This is the band form. Band form. And of course, look, he can keep growing until he does what? Fills up the whole red blood cell. The other 2 forms can be ring in a basket, like you carry a basket. Now, I'm not going to make you learn the 4 strains. Plasmodium is enough for me. Because it's fine that you gave us one, we don't have to know the second part of the name. But you can have humor. I'm blocking the ability to learn. Plus, I don't like to do that, period. With this one, the different strains, how does malaria present? Fever, chills, and shakes, period of quiet. Fever, chills, and shakes, same amount of time of quiet. It may be hours, it may be days. But certain strains will always keep the same amount of quiet time between the fevers, chills, and shakes. I've spoken to some different people. Some people said it's very serious, and yes, it can kill. Other people said they've had very mild, there were people that had very mild cases and they didn't think it was a big deal. But it is a big problem in the world. It is a very big problem in the world, and we want to get rid of it. What's the other aches complexant? Associated, as soon as you hear the word toxoplasma. Okay? If toxoplasma is the organism, what would be the disease? Adenosis on it. Toxoplasmosis. If trichinella, which we'll get to in a minute, is the organism, trichinella spiralis, what is the disease? Trichinosis. Okay? That might be a gimme. You never know. Okay? Now, toxoplasma, which we're going to put up right here, it does have the cyst. So we were lucky one time we actually saw a cyst that was breaking open. But the tropozoite, or the identifying form that's feeding these little canoes, little bananas, or some people call them comets. Some people say they look like comets. Always hunting for the best metaphor to help. Toxoplasma gondii. You need to know gondii. Toxoplasma gondii. Gondii. Let's get you some.
Yeah.
Right
And the
there.
other one, Plasmodium malariae.
No, just Plasmodium. Just Plasmodium, because there are so many strains. And that malaria is not the only one that causes malaria. It's not the only one that causes malaria. Like, believe it or not, TB can be caused by Mycobacterium bovis as well as Mycobacterium tuberculosis. I didn't emphasize bovis as much because we have pasteurization and it doesn't come from the milk as much. These are your what? These are your toxoplasmosis and disease. The toxoplasma gondii is the scientific name. These are your tropozoites, that's your feeding form. As soon as you see little commas, or little boats, or little canoes, and something's down on that card maybe about cats, you know what to put down. Toxoplasma gondii for the organism. Disease would be toxoplasmosis. As long as you spell it close, you're okay. Never let a pregnant lady clean a cat box. Remember what it can do to the rodent, the mouse, or the rat? It affects the brain, and what does it do? It runs right up to the cat. Runs right up to the cat. And yes, it can affect our brains too. I don't think we'll run up to cats, but we have other effects. Now, cryptosporidium for that one, all I'm going to say is it's often found with AIDS patients. And we're going to stop now with the parasitic protozoa. Take a deep breath. Okay? And we're going to move to helminths. The helminths are the what? Worms. 3 types of helminths. What are they? Cestodes, nematodes, trematodes. Be able to spell out cestode, nematode, and trematode. Yes, nematodes were number. Don't put it on the board. I'll spell it. Always ask me to spell it. This is some of my previous studies. This is in the lab manual. But this always ask me. Nematode. Nematode equals roundworms. Does that help? Always. I've never, ever, I always think it improves. Anything that improves, let me think for everybody. First one we'll start with. Let's speed this up, because I want to get down and go to look at things and ask you personal questions. Cestodes. Segmented and flat. There are different species of Taenia, Taenia. Those are what? They are the tapeworms. Now, I'm going to erase some of this. I need to erase some of this. Erase. I'm going to draw the smaller one. Can I erase this right here? Erase that. parts of the tapeworm have the head that attaches to you by suckers. What's that head called? Scolex. Scolex. These structures that help it attach are called, because they're not hooks, because they're around this equator. They're the suckers. They're the suckers. Now that's not your whole tapeworm, obviously. You then have many, many small segments that keep stretching out and they just keep going. These segments are filled with male and female sex organs, essentially. And in the time they get to the end of the animal, they've made thousands and thousands of reproductive structures called eggs. What are these sections called? Proglottis. Okay? Now, I'm going to show you the tapeworm egg. Because that's why we studied in microbiology some of these worms, because you identify them by what? The eggs. Identified by the eggs. Double-reeled coin. Double-reeled coin. You have a double-reeled coin, that's the egg. Here is Tania, scientific name, Tania species. Don't say Tinia, because T-I-N-E-A is what? Ringworm. Don't say T-I-N, that's ringworm. Tania, T-A-E-N, double-reeled coin. Of course, proglottis, filled with eggs, skull and suckers. Moving to trematodes. Trematodes have a common name because they're very flat. They're called flukes. Flat like a tree. Our two trematodes are schistosoma, which that's all you have to know. Schistosoma is not. Okay, I'm not going to give it. Do you want to know Fasciola hepatica? Fasciola hepatica heads for what? The liver. He also has a very characteristic egg. What does his egg look like? It looks like a chicken egg with a little lid, or a lid that's been taken off. I'll move it here. There. Like that. Now, a lot of times you're not going to see this little cap. It won't be there. You'll just see the indentation. You have the embryo larva here, and you have like a chicken egg. That is fasciola heads for your liver. Schistosoma has a very complex life cycle. His egg has a spike. This is how schistosoma runs. Somebody has the infection. The eggs are in the feces. Feces go out to the environment. Very bad for getting into water. What crop often has problems with infected people? Rice. All those rice paddies are flooded. The larva goes into the intermediate host, the snail, freshwater snail, comes out as a cicaria. Cicaria right back here. Cicaria right back here. That's the form that will do what? As you walk through the water to get it. To go right through your foot, through your skin. The common name for schistosoma is the blood fluke, because you can actually see him, the fluke, which means flat, in some of the circulatory vessels. Eventually, he's going to end up as a male female worm in your intestine. He's going to make eggs. Eggs are going to come out. Eggs are going to hatch. They're going to go into the intermediate host, the snail. Out of the snail comes the other life form, the drilling form called the cicaria. It goes back into us if we're walking in the water. Then, of course, if you live as a fluke for a while, eventually it's going to go to your intestines and the worms, and it's going to do. See how it's a circle? It just keeps repeating itself.
So you want us to know about the cicaria?
Yes, know about the cicaria. Because that's the drilling form. Now, what kind of disease, what does he give people? He gives them anemia. Besides the intestinal infection. Anemia. It said people get drains their energy. What do you think anemia does? They don't have no red blood cells. There's no oxygen. How much energy does the person have? Not a lot. He is in other parts of the country too. Okay. Moving to our nematodes, because I'm going to try to finish up in 5 minutes, so we're going to give you some time to look at things. Okay. Briefly, I'll tell you this, where it says calculations on the first page. Scarus, scalloped eggs. Yes, it goes to your intestine, but it can also be in what? What does the woman cough the worms out of? The girl. Her lungs. Enterovirus is the pinworm. If you're infected with the agent underneath the scope, you have an enterovirus or a pinworm infection. Its eggs are not really so, I'll show you its eggs in a minute. Comes out in the anal region, and you can detect it by putting some Scotch tape and taking it down. Pinworm. Malaria, you're going to have a hen on the car because they all look like plain worms. In dogs, it's what? Heartworms. In people, it's elephantiasis. That means the swelling and blocking of the lymph ducts. The caterer, you have to have something to tell you it's got hooks, it's coming in. It's not so much indicative by its egg. Trichuris is indicative. That's your whipworm. And I'm going to show you these pictures in just a minute. It looks like a fruit, a lemon. Trichinella, you need to know that one. The disease is trichinosis. Trichinella goes to what muscle? Trichinella goes to your muscle tissue, which is striated. I'm trying to make y'all think, but I can't make you think because you all the answers ahead of time. The worm curls up, and that's why it's called Trichinella spiralis, like a spiral, no spirals. Because if it curls this way and you cut it, you can get a U inside a U inside a U. But if it's coming straight at you, what are you going to see? A little teeny circle. Always remember your pediculus. What's pediculus? It's a vector. Lice. You would recognize it. I'm going to show you these pictures right now. Scabies, Sarcopte scabii is what? Scabies. Now I'm going to show you the pictures. I'm going to start with the scars.
What was the scientific name of the thing? I mean,
Lice. Pediculus, like a Harry Potter spell. Pediculus, you know. P-E-D-I-C-U-L-U-S. Scars, scalloped eggs, and the lungs. Scars, scalloped eggs. I'm going to go over again right now. Okay, I'm going to show you pictures of every one of them. Well, the ones that have very representative pictures. Enterovirus. The eggs tend to be flattened on one side, oval, often a lot of them. You would have to have anal region, Scotch tape, something about that. Filaria, you'd have to have heartworms or elephantiasis. Decatur, you'd have to say something about skin infection with hooks. I'm sure I'm covering every one of them, even though I'm going through your trichuris. Just know trichuris, you're okay for that one. Lemon. See the buds on each side? Looks like a lemon. Looks like a lemon. Trichinella, you sure you can identify that one? Trichinella spiralis. This tissue is striated because it's muscle tissue. This worm is what? Is it coming at you or is it cold spiraling around one way? It's coming at you. It's been cut that way. That's why it has small little circles. This worm is getting cut on his side. He's lying on his side. And they can cold and you can cut them that way. I want to do Sarcopte scabii. Okay? Sarcoptes, there's Sarcoptes. We have an excellent slide back there. Little teeny brown, it look to you like little brown circles. Little brown circles outside the skin, little brown circles going into the skin, little brown circles that burrow into the skin.
And you want us to know the whole name Sarcopte scabii?
I would prefer that.
For scabies.
Yes. You know I'm always going to want more than less, but if don't get together at Chili's after this and go decide this.
No.
Okay. But if 80% of the people, I may take partial points off, or everybody does it that way, I'm not going to be that hard to get it. So don't everybody go and make these plans, okay? Now, you've got about 15 minutes, but you go about an extra 10 minutes beyond that before we have class to look at everything. Biochemical test, I'll put them back. Immunodiffusion, rheumatoid factor test. You have the EOB plates and the McConkey's plate back here. Remember, red or color means positive. lactose, no color means no lactose fermentation. Yes.
I need to know for that one.
How to spell versatile. What is versatile? Spell it out.
Okay.
Because y'all don't have access to that. If it was available on YouTube or something, it's fair.
Yeah, that kind of scared me.
But it's the whole point of the
I
film
searched
was to
for it.
teach you about infection control and in case you ever need it.
What did you say about red meat pop like this?
Okay, in the back are EMV plates, so I add this real quick. They're all, the UV and the contents are all about lactose fermentation or no lactose fermentation, so be sure to look at them. Anything that's red, positive lactose fermentation. Clear or straw colored, negative lactose fermentation. If I have a plate and it's red, it's a positive lactose fermenter, what could be an organism? E. coli. If I have a plate and it's straw colored with no colors and McConkey's, it would be a Proteus. If I have a plate with metallic green sheet, E. coli. And then that's just the way as far as it goes. It's what it says. Red means positive lactose fermentation. Colorless or off color, anything but red or pink or anything related, no lactose fermentation. That's it. Let me help you. Ask me not personal questions. Ask me questions you personally want to know about for learning. Okay. Anything you want more information on? Look at all. I have a spreader, and don't forget to look over here at what an API strip is, an inroad tube is, and a Vitek is, because one of those can show up on a lab station.
That's what I'm saying. So you'll want to know what type of biochemical test that is?
No, just the name of it. Just say API strip. Say inroad tube. Say Vitek. Say microtubule plate. That's it. Because the type of biochemical testing will be very numerous.
But we need to name the type.
Yeah, you need to be able to name it. So be sure to be able to name these. API strip, Vitek, inroad tube, and they're all labeled right there. Of course, the labels won't be there on the test. Unless I forget, which I have done. Okay.